Hello everybody, I am Red King from Senmo Robots, and welcome to Let's Play. This is my first impression of Stranded Deep. As far as I know, I've never heard about this game until, yesterday when it came out. And this game is, from what I understand, it is real-life Castaway. Which is interesting, to say the least. But let's go over the menu kind of quickly. So the options here, it's fairly general. I'm going to turn this down a bit. Alright. Because that's pretty dang loud in my headphones. But as you can see, start game, load game, options, HUD information, show crosshair, no languages yet, graphics, I have mine set pretty high, which is cool. But, let you see everything, audio, input, this just gives you all the little controls, nothing crazy. But we'll go ahead and start this. So it looks like I played for about 30 minutes beforehand. Alright, so this is the game Stranded Deep. Like I said, it's pretty much like Castaway. You are the Tom Hanks of this game. So it's kind of a cool concept, a cool idea that they come up with. It's definitely got the the survival setting. It looks a lot like The Forest, if I'm gonna be honest. Except the forest looks... I hate that music. Oh, it's a shark. Hi, shark. Go away. It has a lot of the ideas of The Forest, except there's no natives, there's no nothing. Like I said, you're straight like Tom Hanks in this one. You are trying to survive. Everything's pretty basic, because this is an early access game. I have an inventory, as you can see. There's a lighter. I have a knife. I can cut things. And I have water. And so, I mean, this game is all about crafting and making things. Well, that's what crafting is. It's all about trying to use the environment to survive. I don't know what the end goal is, because it doesn't seem like, since it's alpha, it doesn't seem like there's really too much of an end goal. There's really just, like, do things and hope for the best. But I'm kind of just doing this playthrough right now. Like, I'm not really explaining anything, but that's purely as this is a first impression game. I'm kind of seeing how it is. Like I said, I played for, well, I played for about 30 minutes beforehand, just to get the hang of it and to understand how to craft and how to make things. As you can see, like, the way crafting works in this game is you literally have to, put it on the ground, and then you have to put it on top, items on top of other items, so then it will actually craft said items. So I have another rock, and I push Q, and that'll eject said rock. And you have to cut down these little plants right here that'll make lashings, which help make tools and stuff like that. Wow, this is a really good island. Because the last time, well, when I was playing before, it didn't really give me much. I didn't have any rocks. I had like one rock to make one tool, and it didn't really work out too well. But the crafting system for this thing is actually pretty sweet. Make a hammer out of it, but it's very simple to start with. If you push tab, it puts you into your inventory, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't really do anything with my inventory. Like, I can't move things around, I can't drag them out, like, whatever. You have to drop it and pick the item back up in order for this to work. So, oh, and then that's the screen right there. So you really just do a lot of shifting as you try to remember what is what, where is where. I don't know what this is, but if you go up to items, like, let's say the raft over here, and you right mouse button, you can actually pull the object around, like you saw me do with the stick, and it follows the mouse cursor. So, I mean, I can do some absurd things, but it still obeys the laws of kind of like, how it would really lift. You're lifting from this side, so it carries over. It's slightly floating, but, I mean, you gotta watch the tide, too, because this tide actually rises, and low tide and high tide, and it's all pretty... It's kind of cool. It's super realistic in the sense of how pretty it is. I mean, look at how this tree slowly jumps up. That's definitely not realistic, but I like the crafting system in the sense that it requires you to actually... See, there's no splash there. It requires you to actually physically lay the items out in order to make things. And you have to drag them out, and it lets you build things. Every tool has a durability. If you look here, you can see it's still green for my tools, because, I mean, I haven't really used them that much. You get some pretty good use out of everything. So, I mean, this axe, I'm going to get a lot of trees cut up with just this axe, just to get through it all. But overall, this game is still early access status in my mind. Like it has a lot of stuff, but as you can see, this grass is growing out of the sky. There's some graphical things. The islands are really cool. It's super not helpful. I'm gonna be honest. It really doesn't give you much to go on. Yeah, but literally in this game, it doesn't allow for much. There's no tutorials, no nothing. It doesn't teach you anything. It teaches you something in the very, very beginning, and it's how to craft stuff. But overall, I mean, you kind of have to figure it out on your own. And that's cool, but that's also kind of not very good for, you know, people who are just looking to play through this game rather than, like, they just want to explore and really get into it. It's like, you know, with Minecraft, how you had to, like, build everything and craft everything on your own and figure it out. Now they have all these Minecraft wikis and things like that. And I've already found, like, a couple of them for this stuff, but it's still really early that there's not a lot. Yeah, I mean, I like the setup. I like how pretty everything is. I mean, the sand looks super realistic. The fronds on the tree look realistic. The coconuts are realistic. They even shine. You can see the sun reflect off of them. They took a lot of care into this early access game. Overall, I really like the way it's set up. I like the water too, because you can go in here and do Castaway style. See how pretty it is. Everything, like, the ocean is actually kind of fearsome, to be honest. There are, you know, sharks, which are your only real, I'd say, real prey, or enemy at this point. Not prey, because you're the prey to them. See, there's the shark. And when they get close, it does a little song, you do, and it's really, like, ominous and everything, but the sharks are pretty vicious, unless you're in the raft. They don't attack the raft, which is kind of interesting. But you can totally make, like, spears and stuff to fight them off, and you can kill them and stuff. But there is one thing in here. It is the watch. As you can see, it tells you what time it is right now, which is 12:07 in the game. It's 108 degrees, so it's pretty hot, and it's the 6th of December, 0 days survived. This tells you all your stats, so it's like how much health you have, how hungry you are, and how much water you need. And it's just the left mouse button to get there. Yeah, I mean, that kind of gives you all the information you'll need to figure out what you need to do next in order to keep yourself going. I discovered that if you hit coconuts, you can take them like this, and then you actually have to, oh goodness, this game is ridiculous. And now you can drink the coconut. So, a little bit extra water. We're gonna use this. We're gonna break all these things down and make some foundations. And this is like how you build stuff. How to make the foundations of like a raft or a house. And we're gonna try to. I'm gonna, you know, just start the foundation of a house, because it's honestly, it requires a lot of work and a lot of effort on the part of the player. I wonder if that's enough. Yes, it is. It takes 8 sticks to make a foundation, and you can basically make it any height you want. I mean, you can start it off. You can even build it as a raft, so you build it out on the water. See, it'll turn it into a raft like that, and I don't know what'll happen. I don't know if it's gonna float away or something like that, but we're gonna start with building just the foundation. As you can see, there's the foundation. Oh, nope, we're gonna get back to whacking. Whack, whack, whack away. Oh, so there's a little bit of stuttering in this game, but, I mean, it's early access. Can't expect much. The animation's a little funny. I mean, watching the axe float around. Hopefully they get into that, because there was a big issue with the forest where you didn't have a head. It was, you know, really funny that you didn't really have a head to do anything with. Alright, so 5 sticks makes a campfire. You can put that anywhere. This will help me keep me warm. And all you need is this, and that lights it. So, you can, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, once you actually sit down and play the game, all the mechanics really come together. See, now we're going to kill this crab. And now, I don't quite know how to put stuff on the fire. I think I might have to do... I don't know. Because I do that, and it doesn't really work. And it won't let me click it or anything, which kind of drives me crazy. Ah! But, you know, do what you gotta. But my impression overall is this is a pretty solid game. I would say on a scale of like 1 to 10, this would definitely be a 7 or 8 for me right now, because it's pretty high up there. This whole game is very well thought out. They've definitely, for an early access game, they've given it a lot of life. They've given it a lot of playability, and so much care has gone into just these environments. I mean, if this is early access and this is how it looks, it's going to look phenomenal at the end. The other thing that they really touched on is the procedural generation of islands and what's on them, or what this makeup of them is. So every game you play is going to be different in the way they're set up, but once they're set up, they're there. It's kind of like how Space Engineers is, where the asteroids, like, all the asteroids are procedurally generated specifically for that world. But once you visit them, they will stay there forever, and that's exactly what they're going to look like for the rest of the, you know, the rest of your game, or however long your character's alive. So it's pretty cool that, you know, you could build a base here, go to 6 islands that way, and come back here and your base is still hanging out. That will require a lot of memory, in the form that it'll sit in the memory banks and the RAM will get used up, because it is always knowing that that location has been altered in some way, shape, or form. But it does give everyone that kind of grounding feeling. I hope there's like an end goal in this game, because right now it's very senseless. It has no direction, no drive. You're just kind of building things to build things and survive, which is understandable. But I mean, at some point you're trying to get rescued, right? You're Tom Hanks. You want to get home. You want to see your wife, who ends up getting married and forgets about you. Yes, if you've never seen Castaway, I have now ruined the movie for you. Sucker! But the foundation is, as you can see, it is... I mean, there's enough foundation to build a little hut. You could spend hours and hours building something to really that effect. But I'm gonna do one more thing, which I'm gonna break this down, and then I'm gonna build supports onto the actual thing, just so you can see that it, again, it's a super simple build. It kind of reminds me of Rust. Rust was always a good one. Support, and you can see it has auto attach points. See right there, so then you can attach like walls and ceilings and stuff to actually give yourself some shelter. What I'm thinking that they're gonna do is they're gonna make it so that there's weather that gets gross, and it, you know, like hurricanes and whatnot, and you have to hide in your shelter to take cover. That's what I'm hoping for, and I really would like to see more from this game. But with that said, we are gonna go explore. We're gonna go swim off to another island, and I'm gonna let you know it takes some time, so I'll probably cut unless there's some, you know, nice scenery or something. I'm gonna drop this coconut so I can pick up this paddle. So you need this paddle to really raft yourself around, but we're gonna start heading towards that island there. Yeah, the one I was already going towards. One of the biggest bugs I've noticed is that as you paddle, it seems to push you. I don't know. It's kind of strange. It's like there's certain limits on this raft. Oh god, there's a shark. Here, I'll show you what it's like to be in a raft and go at a shark. Doesn't seem to do too much. He seems to have disappeared. So we will continue towards that island. Oh, where is he? I hear the sound. Well, we're gonna keep going, because he has apparently disappeared, and we're gonna go towards that island. The distances are pretty deceiving. Like, things can be so ridiculously far. You are literally paddling for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. It's taken me some time to get to some of these islands before. On my original playthrough, I only made it to like one other island, and it took me 10 minutes to like raft my way over there because it's such a... They're actually a really good distance away. And as you can see, the sun is now setting, which is really pretty. It's really beautiful. Again, this is early access, and this is all the aesthetics they've really put into this game, which is phenomenal. There's another shark over there. I'm starting to cross into some different waters, I anticipate. But yes, I will keep paddling, and then I will cut ahead for you guys so that you don't have to keep watching me paddle towards this random island. Alright guys, so we have come back, we have found a new island, we have finally gotten here, and as you can see the sun is now setting. It is getting pretty cold. Let's take a look. It is still 108 degrees Fahrenheit, which is kind of strange, but it's pretty late. What was that? Oh. He's pretty mad. But he can't do anything. He's like growling at me. I don't know. That was odd. But we're gonna move on into this. We're gonna... And that shark was pretty mad at us. I'm gonna drag this up just in case. But now you can see that the moon is rising. The cycle... The cycle has changed quite dramatically. Time goes by really fast here. But yeah, see, this is a brand new island, a whole new procedural generation. There's, you know, a sunken ship. This is, well, it's a ship. It's a wrecked ship. It's not sunken. There's a sunken ship right there. But it's a nice wrecked ship, so there's stuff in here. There's things you can collect. Let's see if I can find my way aboard. Oh, come on! Dang it. It looks like my only way is possibly through here. Nope. So I can't really get on this thing. Nope. And there's another shark. But yeah, there's sunken ships. There's all sorts of stuff. I mean, right here, see, there's this hard case. Look, I got flippers. What is this madness? I've never had flippers before. That's sweet. But yeah, I mean, this is my first impression. The night is absolutely beautiful for the whole thing. You know what we're gonna do? To finish off this episode, I'm gonna go fight a shark. I'm gonna fight him with my axe. Come here. Come here. Where are you? See, when I want to fight the shark, he's not anywhere around. We're going out deeper. Come on. Where are you? Come on. Well, anyways, since the shark apparently won't come to me unless I'm on the dry land suddenly, I'm gonna end it here. But this was my impression of Stranded... What? Stranded Deep. Yeah. So this is, again, this is my idea of what Castaway is like for the rest of us. All on another island. Not quite as big, but, you know, dozens of little islands. But I want to thank you all for joining me on this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed this segment. Kind of get the idea of games to come. If you want to see me play through this and kind of get the basic, get a better understanding of this game and kind of figure out all the crafting stuff, please comment, subscribe, like this video if you want to see more of this. Please comment, tell us what you want to see, what more you want to see in this game or any other games like Space Engineers or anything like that. And always remember who you are and what you are. Don't go causing any trouble out there in that crazy, crazy world. And always remember, when the music starts, the shark is free, but you can't see the shark. Where is the bloody shark? Wait, where is he? Ah. Alright. Bye, guys! Hey, everybody. We are Send More Robots, and this is another Send More Robots Let's Play. I am Red King.
Mr. Hewitt.
And